What's up, everyone? My name is Jacob Takeda, and this is my 1-year body transformation. Now, before I hop into it, I want to say a little disclaimer, if you want to call it a disclaimer. This isn't my crazy weight loss journey, okay? This is just, me just wanting to be better, and I just wanted to share this with you guys, and maybe this can help, bring some insight. You guys can maybe compare, use me as a reference, if you have the same body type, I guess, if that makes sense. Now, I do want to say, I wasn't necessarily fat or heavier set growing up. I never was. I was always the more scrawnier kid. I was really skinny. I had a straight bone. I was nothing, no muscle, no nothing. Try! All throughout high school, I was always super slender, about 145. I had nothing really to me. And then a year or so after high school, I decided I wanted to join the military. When you think military, you think, oh, you're gonna come out super muscular, you're gonna come out shredded, you're gonna look crazy. Honestly, I did see a huge difference. I went from about, 145 to about 165, 170 in a matter of a few months. I felt great. I felt amazing. All throughout my 4 years in the military, I never really wanted to put on any extra size. I thought I was pretty okay with where I was at, Then around when COVID hit, we were overseas and we got locked down, and that was a really dark and depressing time for a lot of people because they couldn't really see their families, they couldn't fly back home. If there was an emergency, everyone was just kind of stuck, and that really hit me. When we came back from the States, I was still kind of dealing with stuff from that was happening over there, and around the time that we came back to the States was around the time my contract was about to end. I don't want to get into it too much, but for certain reasons I didn't want to re-enlist. I was dealing with some stuff in my life that, I had to get out. But around the last few months of my military career, I let myself go a little bit. I wouldn't say I gained a tremendous amount of weight. I went from maybe like a 170 to 190. I was a little swollen. I guess you can.
What?
Once I ultimately got out, I was kind of dealing with some stuff. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I decided I wanted to feel good about myself again. I wanted to feel more confident. And so I just got a membership at Planet Fitness. People, talk about, oh, Planet Fitness, this, that, it ain't all that. And honestly, if you're a beginner, or if you know what you're doing and you know how to use the equipment already, because if you've already lifted in the past, you can really get some work done in there. I know a lot of you might want to think Planet Fitness is trash from the media. They think it's cool to follow the trend. It's not that bad.
Bruh.
I would say right around this time, about last year, is when I really wanted to change my body, really get into it, I guess, I didn't go to the gym every single day. I feel like that's something you kind of need to ease into when you're just starting out or getting back into it. I didn't see too much crazy progress the first couple of months. I feel like it was very stale, but I would say about June, July is when I started to see my midsection slim down a little bit, started to get a chest, my shoulders, my arms were starting to look a little bit better. Once you begin to see changes, I feel like that really boosts your self-esteem and your confidence. At least that was the case for me. As the months go on, I started to see more progress. I started to train more consistently in the gym. I started to go almost every single day, at least 6 times a week. I'm not saying you need to go to 6 times a week or 7 times a week, go at your own pace. And then around September, I would say, is when I started to really see a significant change. I went down to almost my starting weight, around 175, 180, but I looked bigger, which was kind of crazy to me. It baffled me. I'm like, how can I look so skinny at 175, 180 and look so much different at the same weight? And truthfully, I haven't really changed my eating habits too much. I just really watched how much I ate. If I were to go out, eat somewhere, I wouldn't do it 3 to 4 times a week or something like that. I started to do it maybe once a week, once every other week. I'm not saying you can't have fast food or you can't eat this and that. You don't need to have some crazy strict diet as long as you burn those calories off. The hardest part about trying to get back into shape or just get into shape is the consistency. All of my buddies are always asking, bro, what did you do? How do you look like this? There's no way. Once you pass that certain threshold of, oh, this sucks, it's gonna suck, it's almost like you don't even really think about it. Oh, I need to go to the gym, right? It becomes part of your daily life, or maybe not necessarily daily, maybe it becomes part of your weekly life, your routine. It just becomes part of your routine. The moment you see progress is the best part, and that's when you don't want to stop, and you're just like, wow, I can really look like this. Like, I've really come this far, and it's just such an amazing feeling. I'm not saying you need to be some supermodel type looking person. Everyone's bodies work differently. I understand that. Just try your best. And you know, that's all that matters, is if you try your best. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.